UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at Riviera, where a champion will be crowned. It's the final round of the Genesis Invitational. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Catalan, alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beam. Luke Elvey with us as well, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. And Rich, we're set up for a great week here at Riviera Country Club. The stars will be out. What makes this place so special?
I think it's not only the golf course, but the history behind it, Andrew. If you look back, Ben Hogan had a great run here, won 2 LA Opens here, also the US Open. I just look at this golf course as it's so special, so difficult, but it's right in front of you. There's nothing hidden about it. It's right there for the taking, but in the end, though, it's going to beat you up pretty good if you're not on top of your game. This, to me, is probably one of the most complete golf courses you can play in the U.S.
This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
Here is the Eagle putt. And as we update the leaderboard, Tony Finau is in second place, right behind our featured player. Teeing off on the par 4 second.
Nice hole, the last one, coming off that eagle. Let's see what's in store for us now.
That really sounded pure. I guess we're getting old because Tony Finau is now a veteran on tour, but he continues to play well week in and week out.
I hate to spoil this, but I've been old for a long time, my friend. Tony is still a very young man. He's just a dynamic player. He's an athlete, and he plays like an athlete. And I think that's the one thing I admire about his game more than anything, is he's physically talented and plays like it. There is no one way that he has to do it. He can figure out a way to get it done each and every day.
Wow, I thought that was going in. This putt from 4 feet.
Gotta try and save the par here.
And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. Teeing off here on the third. Coming out of the deep rough. The ball settles just off the fairway. The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Man, that was a good shot. All right, going to need this one to save par. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. We have a par 3 on this one.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag. That one will not settle on the green.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. Hang on. Oh, that was close. Okay, now looking at this putt to save par. And as we head to the next hole, our featured player is up by 1.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. The par 3 6th is unique in the fact that there's a bunker that sits right in the centre of the green here, Rich. These days, a modern architect would probably be shot for designing a hole like this, but we look at it as a masterpiece.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
That's a missed green.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. Over to number 8, it's a par 4. Wow, what a swing right there. This one will be close.
Nice out the rough here.
That's a really nice approach shot. This one is 5 feet away. He's hoping this goes down for his first birdie of the day. He makes the putt and extends his lead. And with that, he moves to 3 under par for the championship. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This is a 7-iron on the way.
With this wind, that's a thing of beauty.
Now this putt for birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, he's in first place, but Tiger Woods is hot on his heels. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole.
I wonder if he's going to try and attack this hole. He could definitely extend the lead if he plays it right.
Let that one run right down the fairway. Why don't we take a look at some highlights from Colin Morikawa?
Well, I wonder what happens with this approach.
All right, let's get back to the action. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
Oh. 3 feet left.
A good look at par here.
All right, that one is behind us.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Now, 4 under par. Putting for birdie here. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I think this is about a 24-foot putt from my guess.
Oh, that's a good line. Just missing the birdie there. Easy par, that. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Time for the second shot at the 12th. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And he's down there. You got a read?
This is just going right the whole way along.
Oh, just missing the birdie there. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently sitting at 4 under par. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Great ball striking. It's a thing of beauty.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
This one's for birdie. Looking good. And that drops from birdie. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
This putt for par here. Now 2 shots up after that one.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Time for the second shot here at 15. Staring down a very long putt here. That's a good-looking stroke right there.
Getting better.
And it drops in.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
And as we move things along, our featured player is up by 3 shots. Out of 16, it's a par 3. This is a 9-iron on the way.
Judged to perfection.
And a 4-footer left.
Looking for another birdie here.
Another birdie on the scorecard. That's number 5.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
This is a lengthy putt here.
Let's take a moment to update everything on the course with a look at the leaderboard. Getting set for the next hole, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. Let's check out the 17th. It's a par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
That will definitely work. That's a fantastic shot by our leader. Trying to get to 8 under with this putt. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
Another birdie. 6 of them on the day. No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. Okay, we've reached the final hole of the event. Let's see if he can get this done. Wow, what a swing. Let's go down to Henny.
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
This one headed for the green. That is nice and tight.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Oh, that's the way you finish. A birdie on the closing hole. Rich, just an incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
Such a hard thing to do, carrying momentum from one week into the next, but getting it done at the day's end, truly, truly magnificent.
Just a phenomenal day. We can't wait to do it again. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for watching.